Half a day. My name is Jeff Pleadwell. I am a professional pirate living here on the southeast coast of Guam. The thing that is most interesting about Yokoi is he was very happy to be by himself. He had no complications. He was very skilled. He made his own shoes. He was a tailor in civilian life, and in fact in the Army too. He was repairing the uniforms and things like that. He made his own shoes up there. He made shrimp traps. He made a rope out of coconut. He was very strong. You can see his hands were very large and very strong. The cave itself, it was more of a tunnel. And instead of preserving it, they thought it was booby traps, so they went in there with flamethrowers and they burned the inside of it. Not very nice. He just had a piece of bamboo there for the top. There was strips that were like right there. DeGracia told me they used to stand right next to that top and smoke cigarettes all the time, and they never knew he was there. He also had like a chimney because he had a cooker. This is his little cooker here, smoker. So he would get his shrimp or whatever, and he would cook them in there. He also ate a lot of bugs, frogs, rats, just about anything that would go by, he was up for eating it. He had survived in Manchuria. He knew how to take care of himself. He really did a good job in preserving himself. In fact, his brain was very accurate about everything. He knew that the war was over. He also knew what day it was, what time it was. I mean, he was like very aware of what was going on, but also afraid to come out. This is about 1981 when he first came to Pirates Cove. Okay, now which one's Kirigua?
Which river? Next to
In the river. Oh, that's next to Kirigua's place up there in Telefofo. And this is you, Manuel DeGracia, and Jesus Duenas. He's the one that was with you when Yokoi was caught, right?
That's the inside of the cave.
Now, whereabouts inside is that place?
What?
The big place here. Who's that in that picture up here? This guy here inside the cave. Who's that guy right there? Is he a policeman? Looks like Joe Mantanona, but I don't think so. Do you know where that place is? It's going into the cave.
Yeah, that's the shop.
And this here is the cave.
That's going in.
Now they said the military went in there and messed everything up before you guys went back in. How many days after you caught Yokoi did you go into the cave?
No,
Was it the following day?
about 3 days.
About 3 days afterwards. Well, according to what I read in the book, the military had gone in there to investigate the cave too.
After we take out all the stuff from the cave.
Oh, so that was after you already took everything out?
Yeah. Major Mendoza, Southern Shore, and
Is this Major Munoz right here?
Yeah.
That's him, huh?
Yeah.
And is that hibiscus that he's looking at there? That Yokoi made the clothes with?
That's the pago tree, pago bark.
That is pago and not hibiscus.
No, it's a pago bark.
And what about this cooker here? Where was this inside the cave?
That's some, I don't know, who's that?
He cooked inside of that, right? Did you see that? That was something that he had a charcoal inside and he was using to do a smoking or something.
Yeah, that's his fireplace area.
Mm-hmm. Who, do you know this policeman here, what his name is? That guy there? One is Minor, I remember him.
He's not Sergeant Shaw. I don't really know his name. But he's one of the policemen that went with Major Mills and Sergeant Shaw.
Is this Nauta?
How about this guy here?
That's
That's one of
Joe Nota, my brother-in-law.
This guy here is your brother-in-law? Is he a policeman?
No, he's with me one day to the cave.
Is that Yokoi's gun? Is that Yokoi's gun he's carrying? With a broken handle?
Yeah, I think so.
Mr. Springfield.
No, his Springfield is still in, still complete, but it's frost. It's cannot.
It's not good to use. He never used it anyways, right?
Yeah, the last time he used that is sometimes in 1950 when they shot the two boys who swim trapping in around the area.
So that was in 1950 that the two boys disappeared. Were they related to Jesus there?
Yeah, one of them is the brother of Jesus, and the other one is the nephew of Jesus.
What was the name? Do you remember?
Pablo and Francisco. Jesus, Pablo, is the nephew, and Francisco is the brother to Jesus.
So during the years that you were in the area there, did you notice things were missing, that maybe Yokoi had taken your shrimp trap or different things like that?
The two boys claim that most of the time when they come and check their shrimp trap, most of the time there's nothing inside. But they never find out. Until that day, they found the two boys. One of them was shot, the other one is, they mutilated him with a machete or a knife.
But don't you think that there was more than Yokoi there? Or was it just Yokoi you think might have done that?
No, there were 10 of them.
Right, there was 10 stragglers that were all over the area up there, so they might have been discovered by these boys.
Yeah.
And then they
did something to them so that they are silent and not to talk about.
Yeah, they discovered them, and so after that period of time, do you think that Jesus was always looking and looking even to 1972 when you saw Yokoi that day?
Yeah, he's always going in there hunting like that, or they're not picking, going to Penale.
So the day that you saw Yokoi, what time was that at night? Was it morning?
No, that was late in the afternoon, it's about 6:30 in the afternoon.
And how far away were you when you saw him?
Maybe about 100 meters. And my brother-in-law, Jesus, he was already going through the boonies. So I just stopped and was trying to figure out who he was.
So did you see Seuss, he was away from you, and Yokoi was away from him too?
When Jesus looked back at me, he saw me staring at that figure over there, and he ran back and said, we're gonna try and catch him, because he thought that he was one of these Kusakabo that used to go in the jungle.
That crazy guy that used to hide out in the jungle, Kosaka. So he assumed that was him. He didn't know it was Yokoi, but he was going to catch him, right?
So when he came closer, that's when he realized that it's a Japanese straggler.
And what did he do?
He pointed the rifle at him and tell him to hold 3 times. until Yokoi was so near to him. That's the time when the Japanese noticed that there's somebody in front of him.
So Yokoi didn't see him. Maybe his head was down, or
Yeah,
he was just carrying his stuff.
He was sitting down and walking very slowly.
So what did Zeus do?
He tell Yokoi to hold it for 3 times, and on the 3rd time, that's when Yokoi was so near already. And that's when he realized that somebody in front of him. He just threw down what he was carrying on his back, and he was carrying 2 shrimp traps on his leg, and lifted up his hand and bowed to his suit.
And what did Jesus respond on that?
Jesus tried to, Jesus pushed him on the side before he fell down, then he kneeled down and slapped Yokoi twice. Then he got so mad, and he pulled his gun from his son and tried to shoot Yokoi. Then that's the time when I went over and stopped him.
So Zeus took the rifle from the son, and what happened? It jammed? He couldn't shoot him, or what?
No, I ran over to him and begged him, no, don't shoot him.
And what did he say?
Then he didn't say anything. So I just take off the strap that I had with me and tie him on the back.
You tied up Yokoi with a strap. Did he hit him with a gun?
No,
No?
only
Just slap him 3 times on the face?
He slapped him like this, like that.
And what was Yokoi saying? Nothing? He's just scared or surprised? He just lay there? Nothing?
Yeah.
So do you think that Jesus saw red and thinking of his relatives, and that's why he
Maybe
responded
that's
so
why-
strongly?
Yeah, maybe that's why he get mad at the guy, thinking back about his brother and his nephew.
What were you thinking?
Well, I'm not thinking about them because I don't really know whether Yokoi is the one that did the killing. You know.
But do you think that Yokoi was the one that was taking anything from the farm? Did you ever notice anything missing up on your different locations?
Yokoi and the rest of the troops, Yokoi and what's his name, Ito and Legawa.
Now, is this Ito over here, Manuel? This guy right here? Is
Yeah.
that Ito?
Yeah, that's the second day when Cove was in the hospital. Ito and Minagawa came to visit him.
Oh. Inside, I'll show you, maybe we have a picture of Menagawa. So, these things here in this picture, were any of those your shrimp traps, or did he make all of those things himself?
No, he made it all.
Even that big one there, like wicker, is that his own?
Mm-hmm.
Is that what he was carrying that day that you guys saw him?
Yeah, he had 4 inside his sack and 2 on his left hand.
So you took him back to the house.
Yeah.
When he was scared, or what did he say? Did he talk at all?
No, he wasn't talking because we cannot understand each other. I don't know how to speak their language. He don't know how to speak English.
Yeah. So did you call the police, or what was the next step?
We stopped by at Doina's ranch and fed him, make him eat. Then we went down to Kinata's house to check on him. He was the
Roman Kanata?
Yeah, Roman.
He was a commissioner at the time.
Yeah, so he wasn't home. We went out to one of the grocery up at the Costco house. That's when we find him. So I call him out and tell him that we call Japanese. He don't believe.
Nobody believed you, right?
No, he don't believe it. So we stopped by at Kusaka's house and asked Mr. Kusaka and the wife to interpret for us. That's how we get to understand each other.
And what did Yokoi say?
sometimes when they talk to him in the language, sometimes he understands, but it's hard for him to answer right back.
Yeah, well, he hadn't talked to anybody in a long time, probably, right?
27 and a half, 28 years.
Yeah.
Until we went down to the governor's office, and they interviewed us there. What's his name? James Intauko is the Japanese consul over here before. He's the one that interpreted for us at the governor's office.
Where was this picture taken here with all his possessions? Is that the commissioner's office, or is that a
No, that's down
press conference?
at the governor's
Daiichi?
house.
Oh, it's at the governor's house.
Governor's house. That's where all the stuff that was taken out from the cave, all the stuff was brought down to the governor's office.
Mm-hmm.
And like an open house, they invite everybody
To come down and take a look.
yeah.
So were those school children in these pictures over here? See these kids here looking at all this stuff? Is that like, did they let the kids come from school to see it?
I believe that's the Guam Mission when they put back all the stuff that they got from.
Oh, at the Guam Museum, huh?
Yeah,
Oh, I
the
see.
old Guam Mission.
I see.